Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Danoff for medical news you can use. Do you know the 5th season of the year is coming up? You might go, what? Yeah, there's winter, spring, summer, fall, and the one that a lot of parents like and maybe school kids don't like as much. It's the school season. All right, so what are we going to do to help our kids? What needs to be done? First thing, does your child need an annual school physical? Okay, please call their family doctor or pediatrician. A lot of schools, besides the annual school physical, they may require a special physical for the school sport. Things that we'll ask about is immunizations. Do they need a shot to prevent meningitis? Do they need a shot to prevent chickenpox? There's so much out there that can really help prevent illness in your child, so please talk to your doctor or healthcare provider. What do kids bring when they go to school? They bring backpacks, right? So I've seen backpacks that have been stuffed. It looks like they're going away for a week, but they're actually just going to school for a day. So here's a general rule. You don't want to have more weight in a backpack than 15% of their body weight. And what kind of backpack? Don't get the thin straps because that can really hurt, or if they sling it over one shoulder, get the broad type of straps that's balanced and has padding. They also have backpacks with a little padding in the back, and they have a clip-on in the front. This way it's balanced and they won't lose their balance or trip. A safe system. Who can pick up your child? Who is authorized? A lot of schools now are getting not only the name of the person, but a picture. So if your child, if you say you work long hours, but your neighbor or your loved one, another one is the one who picks them up, let your school know, because a lot of kids don't take the buses. So we want to make sure that the schools know who's a safe person or persons your child can be leaving the school with. What else can we do? It's really important. Well, sleep. Yeah, right? A lot of people, we're a tired society. Parents, you probably know that really well. And we know anyone as a teenager, they can hibernate forever and they tend to go to sleep really, really late. But we tend to now start getting them back into school sleep patterns. So what does that mean? Sorry kids, going to sleep a little bit earlier, getting up a little bit earlier. General rule of thumb, up to age 12, kids need 10 to 12 hours a night of sleep. And if they're over the age of 12, 8 to 10 hours. What about nutrition? Yeah, a lot of times, if a child is hungry, they're not going to focus. So if you can, the night before, make a healthy breakfast, just plan, you can heat it up or have it ready for them, because it's really important, because if they're hungry, they're not going to concentrate. Simple sweets and sugars, that won't do it, because they'll get an energy surge and then they'll crash. So we want to get some healthy nutrition for breakfast. Eye check. If your child, if you see them squinting, if you see them going close up to something, make sure that their vision is fine, so an eye doctor appointment. If your child's not hearing correctly, make sure their hearing is checked, because they don't hear correctly, they may not learn correctly. If they have vision or hearing problems, sometimes people say, oh, my child has attention deficit. Well, maybe it's because they're not hearing or seeing correctly, so we can get that checked. What about activity? Well, if you think about it, school is great, but a lot of times your child is sitting for most of the day. And then what do? They go home and play video games. And what does that mean? They're sitting more. It's very important that your child is active for about at least 60 minutes a day. Now, it doesn't mean that, oh, I want you to run the track. What about game playing? Remember a long time ago, actually kids played games outside, not just on the computer? It's important they get some activity. This way it will help them be more energized. They're going to have healthy nutrition, they'll feel better, and their weight will be controlled because they're being active and eating healthier. All right, what about medications and allergies? 1 in 9 kids may have asthma. Some don't even know it, because the symptoms are not just wheeze, it could be a cough. If your child has certain medications they need, please get a note from their doctor that you will bring to the school nurse. A lot of times she or he will have it set up, an extra dose of the medication in their office. What about allergies that really create a bad reaction called an anaphylactic reaction? For example, some kids and adults might be allergic to certain ingredients in food. Maybe peanuts or nut allergy. Something that they may require an EpiPen. It's really important if they do to have one at the school so they are aware of it, so they know what your child is allergic to. If they have any dietary restrictions, please communicate that. So for more tips on school health for your child, please go to Jefferson Health. Have a great school season.